What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here, and we have a really great training for everyone. So, everyone's piling in the room. I'm just going to give everyone a couple of minutes to pop in. I know sometimes GoToWebinar is slow getting started up, so we've had a couple of people say that they'll come in and they're coming in 10 minutes late because GoTo's making them re-download and stuff like that. So it's okay because the first 10 minutes or so I usually just do an introduction. Welcome to all of our new members. So I'll go ahead and I'll start with that, but before I do, go ahead and type in a 1 in the chat box if you could see my screen and hear me. No webcam is on right now. I'll get that on in a little bit, but y'all know I like to let the webcam turn on after the room is full, getting flooded. That way we have bandwidth, all that good stuff. Okay, so everyone can see my screen and everyone can hear me, and I'm excited about today because I'm going to be drawing out the map of how a really amazing business model works that will help create for you passive income, automated passive income. And it's important that when you run a business, you can generate, benefit from passive income. And you can use that passive income to invest in other things and other businesses, such as I do, like real estate. I do the stock market. I do cryptocurrency. And if you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen lately I've been doing NFTs, which you've probably seen a lot of craze about. And I use passive income that I don't really work for to make those investments. And it's more automated. We'll talk about that in a little bit though. So right now, everybody's piling in. You should all see the welcome screen here that says start your Shopify store at the top. There's a link, profitph.com/Shopify. That's going to give you a 14-day free trial. So if you don't yet have a Shopify store, make sure that you go there right now. Go ahead and sign up for their 14-day free trial. If you go through that link at the top, that's my partner link with Shopify. So that gives you the ability to be tagged to me and take advantage of any and all future contests and challenges that we do in the future. So that's up to you. And it gives you a special benefit that no one else gets. It gives you the ability to get a special little perk with Shopify, which you'll see on that page. So it's really cool. On the right-hand side is my social media. Now, there's all this social media these days. It's hard to keep up with all of it, right? They just keep adding more and more in. I don't even have my TikTok on there. And so there's just too much. If you really want to follow me on the places that matter, where I'm actually the most active, then hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because YouTube, I release a free training every single week. So if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you won't miss that. And if you want to follow my NFT and crypto journey, follow me on Twitter, because I keep that more toward the investing side of things lately. All right, on the left-hand side, we have some recommended tools, Pixel Magic, Coupon Hero, Wheelie Opt-in. So make sure that you check those out. These are tools that if you install in your Shopify store can help you enhance conversion rates, automate things, and just get more out of your business. So they're like superpowers that you can add to your Shopify store. And they're completely optional, but I mean, if somebody told you that you could have a superpower, right? You just had to invest in it. You'd probably say, okay, how much? How can I get it? Let's go. And these are like superpowers for your Shopify store. On the bottom left-hand side, you have our essential fulfillment apps. When I say essential, it doesn't mean you can't do it without it. It just means that my brain and my business, they're essential. So you've got Pillow Profits, Shine On, and ZenDrop. Check those out. The blue links are special links that you need to go to if you want to sell print-on-demand jewelry with Shine On, or you want to take advantage of Pillow Profits private fulfillment app, one of my top vendors that does all of my customized products for me with lightning fast shipping. ZenDrop is a replacement to AliExpress, so make sure that you check out ZenDrop. It really is like just life-changing to use ZenDrop. They automate things, they fulfill it for you. You never have to deal with AliExpress and talking to people from China with whom you may not be able to communicate with due to language barriers. So there's just, e-commerce has evolved. And as it evolves, this screen gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you don't need all these tools right now, but you want to take note and go to each of them one step at a time. All right, so also, if you're new, we have so many new students that have come in here, from my good friend Ty Lopez, from my good friend Anik, my good friend Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy. So many of these massive leaders in the space have recently recommended their following join, my training. So that brought in a lot of new students. So I want to welcome you if you're new. This is a webinar I do every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I teach you something new. And it really is more of it doesn't go in line directly with any of my courses. It's more of its own thing. It's weekly training where I update you with what's working. We build different business models together in e-commerce. We do product research together. I show you new ways to, to profit with e-commerce. And right now, we are in the middle of building a subscription business. All right, so a subscription-based business that produces passive income. And speaking of which, real quick, I'm going to bring up our notepad here and make sure that you go to the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/ProfitPH. Join our amazing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs and tell them to get their butt on the webinar, because I'm giving away a free training area next week. So yes, I am going to give away a completely free training area, mini course to everyone that is live on the webinar next week. There's nothing for sale. There's no hook. There's no catch. It's just, I realized this past week that what I have been teaching has so much potential, but also has a couple of steps that are easy if you don't have them all in one place, or easy to miss one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dedicated training area for you to build a subscription business, and we will add things in, and it'll be a step-by-step training area for you to enjoy, to go back and watch these webinars in order so you can set up your subscription business. So just to clarify, I'm taking the important webinars that we've done over the last couple of weeks, and I'm putting them together in one place that's dedicated to learning how to launch a subscription reward program on your Shopify store. And again, if you're new, right, and you saw one of my courses about selling products on Shopify, what we're doing now is we're following the model that Pier 1 and Radio Shack all follow. And that is, hey, when you buy this product, you're also going to get into our reward program. And so right now we're on radioshack.com, and essentially they're getting people into a monthly rebill. So I apologize to those of you that are on here every week. I have to recap this and catch everybody up. But the new wave and best way to profit online with e-commerce right now is to have a reward program, right? To have a program that you can upsell people into, that's going to take them from buying a candle from you one time to getting them to join a reward program where they can come back over and over and over again and experience, perks, discounts, and all that stuff for a monthly fee. It is a membership. I want you to think Netflix. I want you to think a gym membership. I want you to think, anything that you've ever subscribed to that you pay a monthly fee, whether you use the product or not, right? When you create a Netflix account that's $20, $30 a month, Netflix doesn't care if you log in and watch, they don't care if you log in and watch movies or not. They're still going to bill you $30 a month. You pay for the privilege to have access. And that's what we're doing here is we're building a reward program for our customers, and we are giving them the opportunity to enroll in that rewards program for a monthly fee of around 10 bucks. And when they come in the future, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, whatever it may be, right? When they come back in to make a purchase, because they're a member and they're paying that teeny tiny little monthly fee, they're going to get massive discounts, massive savings. And it really is going to be a win-win situation for your brand and for the customer. And it's going to build up passive income to you that you can use to invest in other opportunities, build other businesses, or just, stack in the bank, whatever you want to do, right? But it will be passive. It will not require you to chase customers. So essentially what I'm going to do is I am going to take our past couple of webinars and I'm going to put them in a free training area for everyone. Let me see if I can get my webcam on now. I forgot to turn that on. Everybody should be in here. Everybody can see me. Lighting's not too good yet. I'm still kind of working out of my living room here at my place in Florida. Okay, so everybody can see me? Yes, just say yes so my team can see if you could see me. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put together for you a free training area. And essentially what it's going to do is it's just going to take these very important webinars that we've done and it's going to put them in order for you. You can go watch them in the Profit Power Hour members area, but I'm going to have like a list of resources and apps that you might want to use to build a subscription business and any of these little things that are important that if you're new, you may have missed since August 10th, right? So this is kind of when we started teaching this new business model. And each week I've shown you step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, right? And that's the process that we're in right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these trainings, I'm going to package them up for you and put them in a dedicated member area with all the resources to make it super easy for you. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So if you're new, you can go back and you can watch those and you can benefit greatly from them because there's so much knowledge inside of them. I don't want you to miss them. All right, so just make sure that you go to our Facebook group over here at facebook.com/group/profitph. And you tell everybody to hop on the webinar. We got 18,900 members. We're about to cross over 19,000 members. Can't wait to break 20K of action-taking e-commerce entrepreneurs, and I am stoked. So let's go. Let's get started with the training. Tonight, what I'm going to do is I am going to go in and I'm going to draw out for you the map to how this works because as I was putting this together, we're looking at the Facebook group and what people are saying and, the different things that people are, essentially the different things that people are asking where they're kind of falling off, there's little obstacles that we hit in business. And, I tell other people sometimes, like, as someone who has to constantly innovate, I don't like innovating. Duplication is always the best way to succeed because success leaves clues. It's so much better if you just follow those clues, right, and build your business the easy way. But somebody has to innovate. Somebody has to not only find the right way to do it, but the easiest way to do it right. I want to say that again. It's not about just finding the right way to do it. It's about finding the easiest way to do it correctly, to do it right. And sometimes that means that I have to test, different paths. And I have to invest my time to figure out what is the best way to do this, the fastest, the most efficient, the most profitable way to set this up. And so when we're innovating in a new space, that's what I do. And then I come back to you with my findings and I say, hey, here's what I've done, here's what I've tested, here's what you shouldn't do, and here's what you should do. And in the future, that may change. I may say, I found a better way to do it. So let's change this, let's tweak it, right? It's like having somebody by your side every single week to always make sure that your business is running at max optimization, right? That is max potential. So I want to draw a map for you that really outlines how this process works. How do we get a customer to buy one thing from our Shopify store, and then from there become a passive recurring member that pays us $10 to $12 a month? How many of you in here would like to see the actual map of not how the business model works, but the process that you need to follow step by step to put it in place, right? So there's two different maps. There's the model of how does the subscription business work, Adrian? What does that mean? All right. And I've given you that map. I drew it for you the other week, right? So when I give away this free training area that I'm going to package up for you, that'll be there. So if you didn't see it, it's okay. Next week, if you're here on the webinar, you're getting a free training area. It's literally like a free mini course that's valued at over $1,000 I'm going to give to you just for being here. So you can go back and you can watch it. But it's important, it's extremely important that when you follow this process, you have the steps for implementation. There's the map to understand the business model, and then there's the map to implement the business model, right? So I'm going to draw out for you that map today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom of our insane notes. We have 115 pages of notes over the years, just in this one single notepad, which is just crazy. Let's see here. I'm going to full screen mode on this. Actually, we're not going to full screen mode it. Let's go like that. All right. So scroll down here to the bottom. And what we're going to do is we are going to draw out the implementation map, okay? So this is going to be our subscription business implementation map. Don't worry, I'm going to fix all the spelling errors and all that good stuff. All right, so our subscription business, actually I should just say step-by-step action plan. That's what we'll say. And I think this will eliminate any and all confusion, any and all potential confusion that you might have when building a subscription business. Listen, if a subscription business was clicking one single button and then having it set up, everyone would have a subscription business. Would you agree? Because why wouldn't you create passive income if you could? Why wouldn't you have customers paying you for the benefit of shopping on your store and getting a discount? If everybody could do it with clicking one button in Shopify. The fact is that there are steps that you must take to implement this business model. There are applications, like little superpower applications that you can install, just like you would install something on your phone, right? Your smartphone. You can install an app on your Shopify store. And so a lot of people, they don't know what it is, they don't know. And therefore, they run a business model that works, but cannot compete with what I'm about to show you. And so I'm going to give you the step-by-step action plan that we're going to draw out that's going to show you exactly what to do to implement this business, all right? So step number one is, I went over this slightly last week. Let me just maybe make this a little bit smaller. All right, so step number one is set up store to automate rebills, all right, for your monthly subscription reward program, all right? So step number one, we've already gone over this, so I'm not going to go over this anymore. You'll get that in the free members area that I give away next week if you want to go back and you want to watch that, okay? All right, so step number one is set up your store to automate rebills for your monthly subscription reward program. And to do this, we are using an app called recharge. Okay, so we are install Shopify app called recharge. Okay, that's how we're doing step number 1. All right, again, we went over this already, and you can go back and you can watch. This. I'm even gonna just kind of make this a slightly different color for you, so it makes sense when you go back and you rewatch this training. Let's do like a dark blue or something. Okay, you want to install the Shopify app recharge. That's going to give you the ability to go in and create a rebill, a monthly recurring charge. All right, we've gone over that. Not going to go over it again today. All right, now step number 2. Step number 2 is going to be set up, and we started this last week, set up your rewards program benefits to auto apply to your members. This is going to happen by installing Shopify app, wholesale pricing discount. Now, we went over this last week, and I kind of left you with this with some homework to get this done. All right, so let me just center this. All right, so we are going to install another app, right? Remember, I know if you're coming in, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's already telling me to install some apps. I just want to go ahead, I want to tell you right here, right now, that if you're worried about installing apps that create you potential passive automated income, and that worries you, and that upsets you, you're in the wrong business. All right, so actually, you shouldn't be in any type of business. So now that we got that out of the way. All right, so set up your rewards program by installing a Shopify app called Wholesale Pricing Discount. We're gonna pick up on that this week. All right, so I'm still gonna show you how to finish that up. And step number 3 is going to be create the automated workflow that tags customers. I should say, create the automated workflow that tags customers as VIP members so they get their discounts, get all the perks automatically. Okay. Now, this is going to be the last and final app. Now, there are a couple of options with this. The one that, this is the one here that we're testing right now because it looked like it was the easiest. It is called Customer Fields by Helium. All right, so we're gonna go in, I'm gonna show you how this works and all that good stuff as well. So install, let's do this. Let me just copy this real quick. There we go. Install Shopify apps. It's called Custom Fields Helium. Okay. All right, so we have here, let me just zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. All right, we have here 3 steps. All right, so these are the 3 steps that we need to implement. These 3 steps are all you need to set your store up to be a passive income automated machine. If you're new, what you need to do is focus on what is in yellow right now, what is highlighted in yellow. That's really all you need to focus on. Is step 1, I need recharge. Step 2, I need this wholesale pricing discount app. Step 3 is I need an app, if not custom fields by Helium, another app. There's 1,000 apps that will do all of this. Now, the reason that we want to have these 3 apps on our store is because they are the 3 superpower traits that you can add to your store to automate an entire membership reward program and have customers getting rebilled every single month for access to the perks that you're going to give them. And if you don't recall, some of the perks that we're giving them in our VIP reward program, right? They would sign up for our VIP rewards club. They become a member for a monthly fee. We're going to be giving them up to 40% off. We're going to be giving them free shipping on all retail items. That means items that cost money, not free plus shipping items, obviously. So they're just signing up for membership, right? But Shopify is not built to just simply give people like these reward program memberships and rebuild them every month. And that's why we have to install these 3 apps to build this passive income machine, right? We want people to join our VIP reward program as an upsell whenever they're signing up for another product. Is everybody with me? Just say yes if you're with me. And so over the past couple of weeks, we have set up the reward program, right? We set up the store with the recharge app. Last week, I introduced you to wholesale pricing and discount. And this week, I'm going to introduce you, hopefully, if we have the time, if not next week, to step 3, which is custom fields by Helium. And before I dive into these 3 steps, I just want you to see how it works. I want to draw out for you that map that we were just talking about. It's going to show you exactly how this entire business works. So again, sometimes my webinars are really I shouldn't say technical isn't hard, but sometimes I teach what might seem boring to some, because boring makes money, right? The boring stuff that's not hypey and catchy and clickbaity and all that stuff, that's the stuff that actually makes money. But no one wants to do it because it's not exciting. I want to show you the exciting stuff, but I want to show you the important stuff that makes the exciting stuff actually work. Does that make sense? Just go ahead and say yes if that makes sense to you. Okay, cool. So let's draw out this map here. I'm going to pull up my whiteboard, and we are going to start drawing out this map. So let me just pull out the whiteboard. I'm going to show you how this process works. Okay. Whiteboard activated. Now, here's how things have to work, right? So when you're running your store, what happens is you send traffic to the store, okay? You got to get traffic to your Shopify store. All right, and this would, I would say, is a product that you're selling. And here's the shiny object image, whatever it is. Let's just say that it's a t-shirt that you're selling. Red sales button. All right, somebody's going to buy this product, and if this step here, this is an important step that we never really talk about. All right, but this step here is the checkout. This is the checkout process. But at this process in the account, what we're doing is we're asking people for their name, their email, their address, and essentially we are getting them to create an account, right? So we're getting them to create an account. So this is that checkout process that they have to go to, and then they hit the, the next button. All right, this is where they put in their name and their shipping details and all that good stuff. Does that make sense? Well, this becomes a very important process for us, because when somebody creates an account on your store, right, they actually can log in. They have a username. They can use login store. How many of you go to different sites that you shop on, and when you're checking out, they allow you to create an account? Just say yes, right? And so that account, when you make orders, you can log in and you can see your past orders, your shipping details, tracking numbers, all that good stuff. Shopify does the same thing. They let you create an account, but no one ever talks about this because it's never really been important. But it's important now, because this account, right, is how you, this is going to be used to assign the reward program benefits. So whenever somebody signs up, right, for your rewards program that we're upselling, the way that we are going to give them the perks, right, of the reward program, the special discounts and all that good stuff, is by tagging it to their account. It's giving their account permission to access these discounts. So we're not putting everything on our store on sale to the public. We're only giving the customers that bought the VIP reward program access to these special discounts and free shipping. This is done with the tag. But wait, we got to go ahead and finish our funnel here. All right. And so then they make their purchase. Okay. So they purchase whatever it is that they're buying. All right. So obviously you want them to buy. It's a pretty simple process. Everybody can see this? Yes. We send traffic to our store. They go to the checkout process. During this checkout process, they actually are creating an account. Okay. And then they make the purchase. All right. When they purchase and they have our VIP reward program added in, this $10.97 per month product, right? That they're purchasing access to. The big question is A, how do we charge them? B, how do we give them their discounts? And C, how do we ensure that when they do purchase the VIP rewards program, they are given the permission, right? So what we want to do here at this point is, when they purchase our reward program, step number one is we want to make sure that we tag as a monthly auto bill, okay? Step two, all right, step number two is we allow perks plus benefits of the program, all right? And step three is we also have to assign access to benefits, which would be these benefits, right? So we have to know what benefits and everything to give them. We have to assign those benefits to them, and we have to tag as a monthly rebill. So if we come back over here to, if I just get out of this real fast, come back over here, you can see those three steps. All right, number one, we're using the app called Recharge to rebill them every month. That's what allows us to put them into a monthly rebill. We've gone over that in a previous lesson. You can go back and watch the recording. Next week, I'm giving you a free members area that will show you how to do that. Step number 2 is your reward programs and benefits. So how do we give them said benefits? We do this with wholesale pricing and discount, which allows us to go in and create this reward program. And step number 3 is we automate this entire process of assigning them this access with another app called Custom Fields by Helium. So there's 3 different apps that are going to automate this process. Otherwise, you would have to manually do all of this. So if you set this stuff up one single time, you never have to touch it again. And lucky for you, I'm going to walk you through setting this up so it's done the right way. All right, so if we come back over here, we know that our monthly product here that we're selling, we're going to sell it at $10.97 a month, right? So this is an upsell. Whenever somebody buys any product, we say, hey, look, would you like to join our VIP rewards program for an extra $10 a month? You can save up to 40% off of all future orders and get free shipping. And then so with recharge, right, what we do is we add this product in as a subscription product that gets rebilled every 30 days. So watch this. I'm going to come over here into apps. This is step 1, just recapping. All right. So step number 1, we have the recharge app. You can go back and you can watch the video on that. Sorry, I'm scrolling around like crazy. But recurring billing by recharge. Once you install this simple app on your Shopify store, all you have to do is come over here and say, hey, whenever somebody buys my VIP Rewards Club membership product, I want you to charge every 30 days. I want you to rebill them that $10.97. That's all we're doing. All this app does is automatically tags that customer as someone that we rebill every 30 days until they cancel. Does that make good sense? Right? Step number 2 is how do we create the membership reward programs? We're selling them perks. We're selling them benefits, right? So the way we do that is with an app that is called Wholesale Pricing and Discount. Now, Wholesale Pricing Discount is a simple app. It does a lot of different advanced things, but we don't need all that advanced stuff. And all we're doing is we are going to create our reward program within this. So when you install this app on your store, like we showed you how to do last week. So if you come back over to your Profit Power Hour members area and you go to our September 7th replay, you can watch this entire replay here and you can see I walk you through all of this. All right. So every week I've been kind of doing step by step for you. But anyways, what this app is going to allow you to do is create the membership rewards program, right? Because we have it in our head, right? We have a product on Shopify that people can purchase that says you get 10% off and 20% off. But really what we have to do is we have to create the reward program. And Wholesale Pricing and Discount is an app that allows us to do this. So again, if you want to get this app, you can go watch last week's training in the replay area. All you have to do is install it on your store. That's it. And they will automatically set everything up for you, legitimately. They do everything for you. All you have to do is install it on your store, and they will set it up for you. Install if there needs to be any like custom stuff in your store. So they'll do it. It's awesome. So you'll see here it says my store setup is incomplete. I need to request a theme integration. That's because they will do it for me. All I have to do is install the app on my store and then hit request theme integration. That's it. And it literally will let me add them as a staff member to my Shopify store, right? And I can literally put in the email address that they just gave me on the last page here. You can see here it says give access to themes and wholesalehelper.io. Just press this button, add us as a staff member. It'll let their team log in to your store with limited permissions and install it on your store. It's that simple, right? Does that make good sense? Yes? So they do all of it for you. They don't even charge for it. They just log in and do it. It's awesome. How cool is that? All you have to do is have the app on your store, and any like little extra stuff they will do for you. Now, once they've done that, you'll be able to start using the app. And so the app here will allow you to create what's called a discount group. Now, a discount group is your VIP rewards program. It is a group of people by which you want to give specific discount prices to. Imagine if you're a wholesaler and you're going to and you have wholesale access to buy products from different businesses that you go and you do shopping for online. Like, let's say you're selling house materials, or you're selling clothing and apparel, or you're a physical business that goes in and buys product and stock from different brands that you sell within your business. You're a wholesaler, right? Hence the name wholesale pricing discount. We're not giving people wholesale access to our site, but it's the same thing. We're giving a specific group of members, of people, specific access to benefits. So what we could do here is, you see this green button that says create a discount group? Okay, so create a discount group. So for step number 2, okay, remember, step number 2, set up your reward program benefits to auto apply to your members. And we want to highlight here members. We don't want to give this to everybody. We only want to give access to our rewards program to the people that bought it. Well, the thing about Shopify is, just because somebody came in here, look, just because somebody comes over here and buys this VIP reward product right here, just because they purchased this, it means nothing. Shopify doesn't know what this is. Shopify just knows that they need to charge $10.97. Does that make sense? Because right now you're selling thin air. You're literally selling thin air. You're selling a privilege to get a discount. Shopify doesn't know anything other than they need to charge $10.97 whenever somebody adds the VIP club to their shopping cart. Does that make sense? So we have to put those extra little steps in play that tell Shopify, hey, when somebody purchases this product, you need to then give them in the future the benefits of the VIP club. Does that make sense? Okay. So how do we do that? We do that with the wholesale pricing discount app that I told you to install last week. This will create the membership reward program for you, essentially, by creating what is called a discount group, a specific group of people that get a specific type of discount. So you'll notice here that I have a discount group called VIP reward members that get 40% off the entire store. And I can toggle this on, I can toggle it off, I can come in here and I can edit this to different discount or specific products and collections. We'll go into all of that much later, okay? But I'm going to show you how to set it up from scratch, okay? Once you have this app on your Shopify store, all you have to do is hit create a new discount group. And you would call this group under discount name. I want to make sure everybody's following me here, so I'm just going to zoom in, make this as big as I possibly can, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to name our reward program. So we can call this our, VIP reward program for Gear Grabber. Okay. Now, right here where it says customer tag, this is a tag that looks at a customer when they're on your store, at their account, and essentially we say if the customer has this tag to their account, then give them access to this discount or to this reward program. So you would create a tag. So the tag could be VIP member, all right? Whatever you want it to be. They never see this. This is for you. What we're doing is we're going to say that anytime somebody has a customer has the tag VIP member, then give them access to this reward program that we're creating right now. If they don't have this tag here associated with their account, right, then they don't have permission to have any of these discounts, right? So we want to say, hey, look, we're going to give people 40% off the entire store. You can do 30%, 20%, whatever you want to do. Also, alternatively, you could say, I want to give them specific products or collections. So maybe you could say, my archery collection, I want them to have, 40% off of, and so on and so forth. So you can limit it to specific collections, products, or the entire store. Does that make sense? Yes? I usually just give people the discount off of the entire store. It's easy, and I know that my markup is 3x, so if I'm only giving them half off, I have plenty of profit built in because I'm marking things up 300% typically. All right, so then it says, what are the minimum requirements? This is optional. We can leave this blank. There are no minimum requirements. Now, if we're giving them free shipping as a perk, then we could say that we want to give people a flat rate of $0 for shipping and handling. Remember, part of our membership program is you're going to get 40% off our entire store in the future as a member for just $10 a month, and you're going to always get free shipping. So remember, I put $0 here, flat rate of $0. If someone is a member of my reward program, then they're going to get 40% off and they're going to get free shipping. Now, here's if you're doing free plus shipping, where you're offering a product for free and people just pay for shipping and handling. You want to essentially, even if it's a reward member that's a member of your reward program, you don't want to give them free products and pay for shipping. You would make no money if you did that. So how do we mitigate that? So we say that the cart price must be greater than a penny, right? And the weight must be greater than 0.1 gram. So this essentially is saying that if someone has a free product in their cart that's $0, then they cannot get free shipping. But if they're buying a retail product, meaning that their cart total is over 1 penny, right? They don't have a free product in there, then give them free shipping. Okay, well, that's honestly it. You can literally just hit save. All right. Now it says the discount groups are in use. Please use a different tag. It's because I created one earlier, so we'll just say, there we go. So you'll see this is the one that we just created. I have two because I duplicated this one. Does that make sense? So what we did is we just created a membership program essentially called our VIP Member Rewards, and it's going to give people 40% off the entire store and free shipping. Does that make sense? All right, so what have we just done here? We've accomplished number 2. We've set up our reward program. It's that simple. There's nothing else to it. Number 1, install Recharge, because Recharge lets us rebuild people. Shopify, for whatever reason, doesn't automatically do it. You want to get people into a rebuild, you want to rebuild them for membership, then you got to have Recharge. You want to create a membership program, a reward program, then you have to have an app like Wholesale Pricing and Discount, which lets you create these groups that you can put customers in. Now, the next question is, when somebody comes here, this traffic comes, buys your product, and also takes the upsell for $10 to get in the membership reward program, right? They come here, and what do? They put in their name, their email, and their address, thus creating an account, which is highlighted in yellow with terrible handwriting. Does that make sense, right? Now, we just told Shopify, using this app here, wholesale pricing and discount, that anytime a customer, look, a customer is tagged as a VIP member, to give them access to 40% off and free shipping. Does that make sense, right? So let's look at this workflow again, all right? So traffic comes, they buy your product, and they take the upsell for the reward program. When they're checking out, they give us their name, their email address, all that good stuff, and they're creating an account. So people can create accounts at checkout. This account is what we use and tag as a VIP member. That way, when they purchase the product here, the automated workflow is we tag this as a monthly rebill with recharge, right? We automatically have the reward program benefits created automatically. And then we just remember to automatically tag this customer and assign them access, right? Otherwise, what you would have to do is this. Every time a customer buys this from your store, you would have to manually come in here and you would have to say, okay, I have 3,000 customers. And let's just say that this customer here, Adrian Morrison, that's me, purchased the reward program. You would have to click on that customer and you would have to scroll down here. You would see that they ordered the VIP program, whatever, and then you would have to come over here where it says tags and tag them as a VIP member manually. And you would have to do this for every single customer that bought your reward program, because Shopify will not automatically tag the customer for you by default. That is why we have to have step number 3. This app called Custom Fields by Helium. There are other apps, you can choose whichever one you like. What it does is it will recognize whenever somebody buys your reward program, and it'll automatically tag the customer as a VIP member, right? So what this does is this will automatically tag the customer as a VIP member. Now, I know that you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of stuff. It's 3 steps. It's 3 simple steps that you implement. One allows you to rebuild a customer every month, because Shopify doesn't do that with their basic Shopify platform. Number 2 is the other one creates the reward program that gives your customers, your members 40% off and gives them free shipping or whatever other perks you want to give them access to. And number 3, what this does is it automates giving these customers the permission. This step number 2 only creates the reward program, but you would have to manually assign this reward program to customers unless you implement step number 3, which is to automate the process. Does that make sense? Now, I know you're probably sitting here thinking like, geez, I would have never figured this out on my own. And I'm with you, because when I tried to figure it out on my own too, I was like, how do I get this? It's like going on a scavenger hunt for puzzle pieces before you can ever even start thinking about putting the puzzle together, right? And that sucks, trust me. What I've done is I've gone on the scavenger hunt for you, and I've put the pieces of the puzzle together for you. I've given you a map that says this piece goes here, this piece goes here, and this piece goes here. Just put them together and you're good to go. And so this is, I've simplified something that was complicated to figure out into 3 simple steps that a complete newbie and a complete beginner can do. So we have set up our rebill with recharge. We just built a reward program in under 2 minutes with wholesale pricing discount app. Now what we want to do is we want to install this other last and final app that is called customer tags and wait, what is it? It's called Customer fields by Helium, or you can use customer tags and segments. These are two different ones that I recommend using. The one that I use actually is, excuse me, customer tags and segments. So customer tags and segments right here. This one right here. So I should put this in there as well as just an option for you. Now it's 15 bucks a month if you want to use this app. That's why I did both of them, because, well, both of them are different prices. So let's just get this down here so we can keep it in our notes. And don't worry, I'm going to give you these notes. Okay, so you will not be missing out on this if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. How am I going to keep up with all this? I'm going to make sure you have every little bit of it. All right. So customer tags and segments. This is another version of the app that you can use. All right. Is everybody with me on that? Now, all this does is it automates everything for you. That's all it does. And it's really easy to use, especially when I give you the step-by-step plan to use it. So instead of having to manually tag all of your customers and give them access, right? By every time someone signs up, clicking customers and reminding to tag them with that VIP member tag, which is right here. See, it says tagged VIP member. If you want to automate this, you got to do a little app that will automate it. So there are a couple, but the one that I'm actually going to show you how to use isn't the Helium one. It was the segment one. So, 1 second. Customer tags and segments. I got stuck on the Helium one because that's the one we were using. But anyways, when you have so many apps in here, it's really easy to miss them. So I probably should just use Control Find. Let me just find it real quick, and I will show you exactly how to set it up if we have time. We're about 57 minutes in, so I'm trying to think if we should dive into this, because this could be like another 30 minutes or so. So actually, you know what I'm thinking is, now that I've drawn the map for you, what we should do here is we should leave step 3 for next week. How many of you are with me on that? Just say yes. Yes. Okay. Because this next step here would be going in and setting up what's called the workflow. You see the workflow here, it says VIP member, right? When a new order is created, if the products equal VIP Rewards Club, then tag the customer as VIP member. How does step number 2 know if somebody's a VIP member? Well, that customer has to have the tag VIP member. So what we're going to do is, next week I'm going to show you how to set up step number 3. And again, all of this is being recorded. Every little piece of the puzzle for you here is 100% being recorded for you. So all you have to do is simply go back and watch this again. That's it. That's all you got to do. Y'all with me on this? So I'm going to give you the notes. It's going to be on the replay. And remember, all we're doing is 3 simple steps. It's 3 steps and 3 apps. One that will allow us to rebuild people every month. One that will allow us to create a reward program. And the other one will automatically give the appropriate customers access, right, to that reward program. Wouldn't it be great if there was just one app that did all 3? Yes. And maybe there is, right? Maybe there's another way. I'm always researching and always looking. But when I learned how to do this, right? The guys that were doing it that taught me how to do it, this is the way that they had it done. They had different apps that would put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And this is why, again, why a lot of people don't do it, is because they don't know where to start to go look for all of these pieces. But once you find them, it's 3 simple pieces to the puzzle that you plug in, right? 3 apps. You set them up once, you never touch them again. Let's say that again. You set them up once, never touch them again. And once we get this done, y'all, once we get these 3 steps implemented, next week with step number 3, how to automate giving people access, right? How to automatically assign people access to our reward program once they buy it. Then we're going to start looking at hot products that we can start selling, the best way to launch Facebook ads to market those products. And from there, the technical side of things is set up. And again, this is stuff that most people would put into a course and sell for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or so. And I want everyone in here to benefit from having a rewards program. And so I wanted to come on here and teach it to you. That means that some of the past webinars are a little bit more, you know, go do this, get this happen, install this. Usually they're a little bit, usually my webinars, I think are a little bit easier to follow. So if you're new, go back and watch some of the replays. You'll see that they're very, very easy to follow because we have one strategy. We're launching one product. But right now what we're doing is I'm showing you how to put together a simple puzzle because I've already done it for you. All right. So make sure that you're here next week, because next week we're going to do step number 3, the final step. We're going to automate. Giving our customers access and permission to that membership area. This is the way that, from what I've seen, it has to be done. Maybe I'll find a better way in the future, but for now, I'm doing the hard work for you, and you're just implementing what I teach you, right? And what I just did in an hour, you can honestly do in about 15 minutes. I just repeat myself and go over it because I'm trying to make sure everyone can keep up, because I know that we have some newbies on here, and that's always at the forefront of my mind. So make sure you show up next week. We're going to give away a free training area that's going to show you how to build your reward program for passive income with your Shopify store. And we are going to have an epic training and a final training, the last piece of the puzzle of putting this business together, right? And giving your Shopify store a superpower. Literally giving your Shopify store the ultimate superpower. And that is to be a passive income producing machine that is on autopilot. And if you follow me and you stick with this, then you will be set up way ahead of the curve, way ahead of everyone else, and have an unfair advantage upon anyone else and over anyone else that's trying to sell the same stuff that you're trying to sell. It's really awesome. So be here next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. Stay healthy. Stay safe, stay motivated. Follow me everywhere, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Keep your eye on me and what I'm doing, is I'm always sharing and answering DMs. And make sure, more importantly, that you're here next week at 9 p.m. EST, because we're building this business together. I'm literally going deep in the trenches for you to make it simple for you as a complete newbie. They're all recorded. I'm giving away a completely free members area and training area for you next week that bundles this together. So anyone that's new can go back and watch them step 1, 2, 3, 4, and literally in less than 24 hours as a complete newbie have a subscription business completely launched on your Shopify store. It's going to be pretty epic. So that said, I'm going to give away $100. I'm going to do it just by posting in the Facebook group. I'm not going to be going live. My throat's a little raw right now, to be honest. But I will be posting that shortly, who the winner is. So go check out the Facebook group at Profit Power Hour, and you will be able to see if you are tonight's lucky winner. All right, so if you're not a member of that group yet, just make sure that you go to right here, go up to the top. I have too many pages. Facebook.com/groups/ProfitTH. All right, I'll see you all next week. And make sure you go to the group to look for the winner. And next week, we will finish this up and launch our business. All right, I'll see you then. Good night, y'all.